I'll give a minute for some of you to hop on. And any of you that do want to partake in, it's going to be a short meditation, okay, a short scan almost. And what I will do is, those of you watching, if something comes up, I'll give reference to it with your permission. In other words, I'll just go down some soul timelines and it'll be for the collective as well. I won't mention any names. And we'll see if something's there to be cleared. So I'm taking a breath in just to allow that to anchor in. We're going to invoke in our guides, the I am. And then we'll do a light language clearing, a decodement, a deactivation. Because light language can do that as well as encoding, it decodes, right? So anywhere where there's any distortion energy or interruption energy or vampire energy or projected energy, we'll bring in a clearing for that for the highest good. The mother energy is quite strong this morning, so we'll be inviting that in. So that's a little layout of what's happening. This will be under an hour. Okay, whew. I can feel the heat rising. All right, set an intention. I'm going to check, is this working in Star Tribes as well, because I wanted to put it in there. I'm just getting to double check that in case I have any tech issues. Yes, it is. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, my lovelies, those of you joining. Get comfortable. Get some water. If you have questions around this as well, post them in the comments, and if I have time, I'll answer them, or I'll come back and answer them again another day. The reason I'm doing this is it's become apparent that in the last few weeks, quite a lot of people have been feeling under attack energetically and not even knowing what it is. So we might think that I'm just exhausted right now, or we have a sense of a pressure around us. Almost like if you go from low altitude to high altitude, that sense of there's something pressure. Okay, it can feel like this for some people. And there's varying degrees of what that looks like for people and what it can be sensed as, because we're all different and every energy and vibrational match will be different as well. And of course the realms from which it might come. Now, as below, so above, as within, so without. When we are feeling this, there's something within us allowing it into our field, okay? Otherwise, it just wouldn't affect. It just wouldn't. Some of this is a soul contract. And when I say soul contract, it's your soul wanted to experience some form of disempowerment, some form of this type of energy, so that it could learn about it, learn from it, and then come more in its power as it heals it, releases it, whatever, and learn more about the truth of the I am, learn more about truth. So that's, I've definitely seen that come up in quite a few of the quantum hypnosis sessions when we ask the source, or we ask the I am, why did this person have this experience? It'll come back to that. Sometimes it's also to put a stop and an end, and a person has reincarnated into a family situation where this is a generational thing. It's an ancestral thing that needs and wants to be stopped, and this person has taken it on as a purpose, a light. This is part of a life purpose, right? There's some of it, right? Some other times it's that there's something within us that it's been penetrated. I'm trying to kind of, in our field, in our consciousness, in our psyche, we've been penetrated. We've been penetrated maybe because there's been a weakness somewhere. And when I say weakness, this language is so hard to find the right words. But what I mean is maybe we're physically ill, right? That can do it. Or maybe we've had a trauma or a shock. Or maybe we've been in a situation that is just, we're not processing, we're overwhelmed. And maybe we've invited the energy in unknowingly, So sometimes it could be relationships with people, let's say partnerships or parent-child relationships, and there's trauma involved of some kind. Sometimes it can look like abuse. It can look like any type of abuse of power, mental, physical, emotional, sexual. It can be um, experienced in so many ways that way. It could also be from outside of ourselves via cultural stuff, so a cultural trauma. It could also be, things like the media that we're seeing is now, without, well, I'm going to go into the nervous systems, shock factors via outside influences, like what we're seeing right now via the media, some of it true, some of it not true. And all this can kind of destabilize. A lot of what's happening is to destabilize, so we're questioning what's true, what's not true, and we're trying to figure out what to discern. And maybe we trust something that isn't true, right? And that's allowing something in as well. There's so many ways this can happen. So you could be going about your daily business totally in your normal, beautiful vibe, and you're being projected upon. A projection can happen from somebody else's wounding onto you. A lot of people call this a psychic attack as well. Now, this could be done unconsciously by a person, as in they don't realize they're doing it, but they're having these thoughts or they're having this energy outburst. Or consciously, somebody is on purpose sending it your way. I've experienced both these things, so it's not fun. And the more used to or experienced, or the more a person has allowed that type of energy to move through them in that way, that's how they process. Some people process this way. In other words, they spew. Other times people are pretty proficient in hexes and curses and actual psychic attacks. You could call them, I've come across shamans that definitely do this, and it's a part of a manipulation energy on purpose to get an outcome that they want, as well as being a projection. So there's a lot of ways this can look for people. They're telling me to just mention that sometimes as beings, some of us are what you might call the triggerers. And that is that we are in our alignment. So it doesn't mean that we actually have weakness anywhere, like I said earlier, because it could be a trauma. It could be that we're in perfect alignment. I just kind of put that in quotes. We're in alignment, and something we be, something we say, we do, we am, right, triggers a response in another person where either there's a, I don't want to see this, or it angers someone, or it just tips them a certain way, cognitive dissonance, and there's a lash out. So that can also be a way that these kind of things happen as well. Really, there's so much I can't cover in the now, but it's to give you an idea of what I'm talking about here. I'm going to also mention some influences, mind control, that some poor, unfortunate people have come in contact with in relationships or via institutions. And that can have a similar effect their whole life if it's not seen and dealt with. Implants are another thing that I kind of come across quite a lot. I'm going to go into the entities and the implants. Sometimes we come in with implants that are here to assist us. Not all implants are bad, okay? An implant can be something that is there to actually help follow an aligned timeline, okay? So if you're awakening what isn't supposed to happen, and again, this is like very loose when I'm saying these words. In other words, it wouldn't be in your highest good if you were totally awake as a 5-year-old. It would serve you better to be more awake as a 19-year-old. Then an implant is put in place to kind of slow the process down so that your systems don't blow or that at least you can live a somewhat normalish life. Sometimes that's an implant put in there, and also to when your gifts need to be online, the implant will go offline to allow that to happen as well. And this is part of a protection process that maybe you've agreed to and contracted on your way in. Other implants, and these are the ones that we would say are not in our highest good, are here to maybe dim the light or control or manipulate energy or help siphon off energy. They're the ones that we're looking at here that we need and want to be released or removed. And sometimes they're coming through from birth, sometimes they're there from childhood, either via a trauma or where your will was not acknowledged, and it being interfered with divine will. So there's some other things going on there. Fourth dimensional stuff, which I won't go into too much, but it is out there. And where there are what you call parasitic energies, vampire energies, they don't know any other way than to feed or receive or grow than to use energy streams from planets such as ours, energy such as ours, because they're just essentially, they've fallen so far from source. And bless their souls, they don't realize that there is still a light within them. And part of the process of many of you healers that are watching, or coaches, or shamans, or medicine people, is that we can also assist them on their journeys into healing as well, or at least moving on into another dimension on their growth, or essentially bringing them into the light straight away, because they have a choice too. So that's just a really small, short, condensed, as much as I can, what we're talking about here today. And if you have some questions, and if I can answer before we move into the meditation, let me know. And again, I'm not really going to cover everything. It's just such a vast area. This is going to be part of a Light Language 3 masterclass that I will do and release later this year, and showing us how we become more empowered to work with it. Again, it's the tips and the tools that I've learned along the way, what I see, what I feel, what I sense, the realms I've gone into, and just sharing that, and anywhere that you're interested in that, guiding you to be able to self-do it. Because a lot of people come to people to help them with that. And I have too. Sometimes it's hard to see our own selves. Sometimes we need the mirror of someone else to help and assist us on that. And that's how I started off. I needed a mirror, right? Again, we're all going to be different. But that's part of what we're talking about here. Hello, Judy. Good morning, my love. It must be early there. Hello, Eve. Hello, Joe. Hello, Hazel. A lot of the work, I'm going to share something a bit personal here, that I did last year over the summer was regarding the womb. I'm kind of going back into the womb again. And the reason I say that is the womb is such a massive portal and gateway into energies that we give out, but also energies we bring in. A lot is processed via the womb. And now this is not just for women, by the way. When I talk about womb, the men also have connection to womb. They're connected via their mothers, but they're also connected via their hara sacral space. And they're also connected to the great divine womb of mother, right? Where they come from. They come from the womb. The womb right now, it feels like, and I did a post earlier, it feels like so much work is happening in there right now. And I'm talking about this because when we have relations with others, we take imprints of what's going on in them. And this is particular for the women, because a lot of my work last year was clearing any relationship that has happened in this dimension, in this timeline, but also I was doing parallel and multiples, and I was also doing karmic womb stuff, right? And it was all going into, I was at the time working quite a lot on fertility and sexual imprints, energies, attachments, cords that were traveling through time and space, but also from people, anybody you've ever been with. And it doesn't sometimes even have to be sexual. It could be you allow them into the space energetically. Via your creations, via your love, or you've co-created in some way. There could be an attachment there in that. There's quite a cosmic shift in this space for us right now, because there's a birthing, a rebirthing, and with rebirth there's a death. And we're seeing it happen outside, we're seeing it maybe happen within. I feel this is a period for the next 6 months that many of us will kind of note and maybe go into and maybe release, even though we've done it before. Okay, it's almost another up leveling of it. We think we've done quite a lot, and then there's wait a minute now, there's another gateway portal into this that maybe you haven't seen. And part of that is because of the Gaian womb also, that we're going to be adjusting to her new frequency. So it's going to shift it even more up for us. Yaka uto koto and into greater expansion. Why am I talking about this is so much shedding ended up happening where as women, I can only speak from this point of view and personal, I saw that any relation I had at all, there was a biological imprint that had to be cleared that contained the memories and the traumas of that person and anybody they'd been with. You just don't get how big this is when you're working with energy. It's massive. In the smallest cell, you have billions and billions and billions of energies and people that it connects to as we're all one. Okay, so when you're going kind of deep into it, it's quite a cobweb that sometimes we're releasing, untangling, and a lot of us mightn't be even conscious of it, but it's happening. And some of you that may have had some irregular periods, if you're still menstruating, you might have been noticing that as well, going hand in hand. I'm referencing that, but it's connected to the negative energy, the implants and entities as well. They love to feed around that space. It is a portal gateway. The stronger the womb chakra is, the greater the healer. Now the womb is always connected in with the heart, by the way. I don't want to go down that. They're just showing me other things as well, but that wasn't what this. Okay, I'm going to say it because it's been coming in. The womb chakra as well is connected to obviously life-giving force, but also with rebirth and life-giving force, it's the word resurrection. And I'm saying that because the womb is what helps resurrect the dead. I don't know why that. Okay, obviously, okay, we're in Lent and being shown Lent, and the whole. This is the Christian story, but that has been thwarted so badly inverted that I just don't want to get into because it's my only reference point. But there's also the reference point in the Hindu tradition. So I'll go there. And the Egyptian lineages. And there are practices right now via the womb chakra where anything that's been dead can be brought back to life within a certain time frame. How is this linked? It's just to show you the power and why other things want to come in and attack, or other things want to come in and feed. Because we're in the remembrance period, we're in the healing period right now. Let's get back to, they're going off. Let's get back to focus, please. Okay, if there's any questions, I'll have a look. Hello, Erin. So Joe had this with your neighbor. Could be projections, absolutely. Let's set some sacred space. So invoking the I Am presence. What I'm doing is I'm breathing and I'm allowing the body and the mind to settle, the mind to come into the heart, into the womb, softening the body. And my feet is flat on the earth. This is me bringing my energy back, embodiment. The deeper that we're embodied, the less harm that will ever come to us. If we're too out, we're open. We have blind spots. Even though we think we see everything out here, and believe me, this is so easy, like, I'll be doing this a lot. We have blind spots. Why? Because your body is like a house. It has alarm systems. It's got a burglar alarm system to tell you immediately if something's off. You want to be in the body. You want to hear the alarm. What is the alarm? The alarm is something's not feeling right. You can't feel it if you're out of the body. You can't feel it if the nervous system is in shock, if it's numbed. You can't feel it if it's in disassociation. You can't feel it if you're in flight mode. So we're talking about the nervous system here. And we're going to invite a resetting of the nervous system, which gets overloaded by too much information and too much energies. System overload needs to be addressed every day right now in the world that we're in. It's an energetic hygiene practice. It's a protective tool to have in your kit. Simple, energetic, physical exercises are to reset physically every day. Nature, clean food, water, reset the nervous system via vagal nerve exercises, vagal toning. Reset the nervous system via tremoring, TRE. In other words, letting the body release. This is not talk therapy, this is body physical release therapy. Exercise, dance, intention and dance, release in the body that way. It gets out the fear, it gets out the shock. Physical touch. And when they're saying physical touch, that's deep caress, physical touch, setting the intention to release anything in the body that way, or deep massage with somebody that you trust. Hands-on is very good for the body to help release at that level. Craniosacral therapy they're showing me as well. This has all got to do with the spinal system and the nervous system. Here, as energies come in, and as we have chakra systems along these levels as well, this resetting helps balance the body. Acupuncture, the nadi points, they're showing me Tai Chi, all these energetic, physical, embodied processes. Swimming, singing, again, toning and singing and hot and cold waters. The animals, being around animals has the same effect. As our nervous systems becomes entrained to theirs, which helps that resetting process. Some certain places on earth have specific frequencies and vortexes that have the same effect, but they're not as easily accessible as what I've just said. So a simple reset we can do together is taking a hand up. We'll do it now, and we'll breathe in, and we'll soften the sitting space. Always soften the sitting space, perineum, back passage, urethra. Open the sphincters just to the point of pee-pee, but not quite. Soften the jaw. Any tension in the jaw, release. Massage the shoulders, any tension in the shoulders. There's quite a lot of tension. For those of you watching, I'm feeling in the right side, which is the masculine, and we did quite a bit on the masculine feminine aligning in our last call. So massaging that, and you can take a hand out, bring it up like this, and give it a good stretch. Breathe in and out. Take a hand up, and you're going to do this. Bring the neck, it's not down and it's not up, it's in neutral. Bring it down slowly to one shoulder. Open the eyes, and the eyes, this is to do with the optic nerve activated here. The eyes need to look directly up as you're doing this. You're breathing in, and you're staying in this position for 30 to 2 minutes, 30 seconds to 2 minutes, until you have a vagal response. I just had a sigh. That's an actual vagal response. So saliva, a sigh, tears, a swallow, a yawn, and just keep the eyes. It won't work if your eyes are moving around. The eyes need to stay focused up. And there's my yawn. So that side has been done, and now we move to the next. When you're finished, and I'm swallowing, so I'm going to do the same with this side, and look up. Soften the sitting space. Breathe in as you're doing it. Don't hold your breath. And you can give that as much stretch as is comfortable. Because I do this quite a lot, I can get a good stretch on it. You know, my ear is on my shoulder. Some of you maybe less, right? So let it be until you get your response. So there's mine. Breathe in and out. Slowly bring the head back to center. Bring the head down, stretching it. Chin on the chest. Head up. And rotate the shoulders. Shake out the body. Shake out and tap the chest. Tapping here. Surrender points are in the shoulders. And bring your hands in underneath your shoulder, your clavicles, and you're just going to massage that area as related to the kidneys. You're going to tap in the center of the thymus, and you're going to breathe for 30 seconds. The thymus helps regulate the nervous system also, and the respiratory system. Breathe in and out as you're doing it. Nice big breaths in, nice breaths out. And I'm going to get you to open the mouth and stretch the face out. Get your tongue, and you're going to start massaging the trimengal nerve that's here, and it's related to the vagal. And you're breathing as you're doing this. And it's good, forceful against the cheek. All right, these are all exercises. You do a few minutes every day, help regulate your system, and they're so easy, right? The tongue, and this is for chakra stuff as well, opening the chakra, the tongue. This is going to look a little rude, but you're going to bring your tongue up as high as it goes as you breathe in and breathe out. You're going to bring your tongue down as far as it goes as you breathe in and breathe out. This isn't going to look pretty, but you're sticking your tongue out as much as you can and up as much as you can, okay? And breathe. And down. And breathe. And over and over. You're going to do these exercises with the tongue. And if you have something going on with the throat chakra, you'll actually feel it. It'll feel weird. And make sure you're soft. We're going to now do horse lips after you've done that. 2 fingers on the cheeks. And you're going to blow air through the lips like a horsey. This is related into the pelvis, for the pelvis of women particularly. If you have a hypertonic pelvis, a hypertonic womb space, it'll help soften it and release anxiety, release tension in these areas. It also activates this area, the same as what we did with the tongue exercises, the trimengal nerve and the vagal nerve. Big breaths in, big breaths out until the breath is gone. If you have tension here and in the jaw, you're going to find this difficult. And some people mightn't even get the lips to do it. It might be so tight, it's like, right that, right? The more open you let all this be, the more open you be down there. And that's to allow energy to move through. This is important when we're decoding and deactivating. We don't want dams, we don't want blocks. The softer we are physically, the faster we release. And soften. If you want to go a step further with this, you bring in toning, and toning again, the vocal cords activate and vagal tone the vagus nerve. So humming and toning. You can do as many of those as you want and look as freaky as hell. These are things I do quite a lot around the house, in the bathroom, after a shower, if I'm in the car. And soften the sitting space. Notice how much you hold there. It'll give you an indicator of what's going on, what you're holding on to, what you're not letting go of. Ki ato ne isi iti achat kana iti. Drink some water. Somebody watching has sinus issues. And I feel like you're asking me what about sinus issues. These exercises will also help humming and toning and pressing specific points along this area. Sinuses is often linked to pissed offedness and irritation and frustration. In particular, inflammation around here, smelling bullshit. Where there's quite a lot of misconceptions thrown around or gaslighting, you can have some of that because you're smelling bullshit, untruth. And it's drawing your attention there. So tapping along these points, tapping up, tapping between the brows. You're just hitting some meridian points here. That's what you're doing. And again, pinching these areas will soften and loosen. Bring your thumbs in. I'm showing you really quickly, but you'd spend a few minutes on this. And right underneath the skull, where the skull is kind of two indentations attached to the spinal cord, you're going to bring and lift up the skull. You might want to bring your head down to get in that. Grab the back of your neck and start massaging it. Pull it out like it's got its own double chin. And notice tension that's there. Shock and fear in some of us is being held there today with that. So give it a good rub. If you got castor oil, put a bit of castor oil on it, massage it. Gonna breathe. I'm opening my pelvis and I'm breathing down in the energy right now. I'm going rotations round and round on my pelvis. My back is straight. I'm just doing rotations via my hips. Good. Check in with the body. How is it feeling? Lungs, grief. Tap the chest. Put lungs in grief. And left hand, you're going to massage this point. And just massage that and releasing that in the lungs. Okay, good. Let's go into meditation. We've softened the body. Find a safe and comfortable place. And breathe. The I am is now present. Your I am is present, asking for permission for connection for the highest good. I have it, thank you. Invoking in the mother energy of spirit of earth, Great Mother Gaia and her elementals that are here to assist us. Fire, earth, Otahisi, Achatka, Rim, Rim, Rim. Saranam Boom, Mama Korach, Dokayani. Fire, earth, and water, and air, and ether, welcome into this space. Shavum Shave, Shavum Shave, Shiva Atenasi. We welcome in the dragon beings that are here to help and assist us in this clearing today. Any elven, and I'm getting gnomes as well. Something with grounding in the gnomes, welcome in. And their medicine. This is to help with grounding and anchoring as we release anything that's not serving us. We welcome in the source energy, the creator energy, Shekinah, Sophia, universe, our cosmic and soul star family, and our ancestors that need and want to be here. I welcome in the beings. Do I have permission for that? I'm seeing the Akash records, the libraries of the Akash and the halls of Amente. I welcome in any beings that reside there that want to help us see or at least move through the Akash, the soul memory bank of anything that needs to be released, any contract that needs to be undone. Could you please join us today? Yes, we can. Thank you. Could you show onto those watching anything they need to know, anything they need to feel, anything they need to see for their highest good, please, that helps them shift anything. Itiana, both personally or collectively, or generationally or karmically. Yes, we will. Thank you. Kuna amba ati. I call in the highest protection divine powers now. Om naga 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 nam 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 baba rupa rakshakati ini ataka ati iti shutoye dinama asaye. Thank you. And any other beings of light that need to want to be here, the Christed consciousness and the blue ray. Shikana, Shakayati, Shakana Atea Takahaisi, Hindia Shaka, our healing teams. May we all co-create for the highest and greatest Ukania good. And breathe. And as you breathe, just soften into the body, into the chair, the couch, or the bed that you're on. Soften the belly, feel the breath move into the belly. And place a hand on the heart, hand on the womb, and we'll just breathe. Gently in and gently out. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Feeling the shoulders drop and relax. Feeling the jaw soften and the tongue slide ever so little back, away from the roof of the mouth as you breathe in and out. And as you breathe in, feeling your hand gently rise and fall with your breath. Just breathe. No worries. No worries at all here. This time is yours. This time is now. Calling all of your energy back to you just for these few moments. With your intention to clear, purify your channel, your energetic, mental, physical, and emotional body. As above, so below, as within, so without. Clearing any energies not serving you, any entities or implants, anywhere there's an attack of any kind, it will be cleared as you breathe and trust the breath. In and out. In and out. Each breath in aligns your heart and your mind and your womb. And each breath in and out connects you with Source and your own I am even more. I am, I am, I am. And I want you to imagine that your heart itself is breathing that air in now and moving it around your body. Just imagining that your heart is breathing and moving that sacred breath all around. Each breath in and out reminds you that your greatest wisdom resides within the realms of the heart and womb space. Just breathe. Uhanzia dieti nakuma etamoye etanam etehana sayeki. And you can sigh and soften and let your hands go now anywhere that's comfortable, by your side or on your lap, as we begin, holding your intention, whatever that may be, for the highest good. My intention is that all receive what they need and all is released that needs to be released in this here and this now and this then is in this when. Thank you. And I want you all to imagine yourself now, visualize yourself, feel yourself in a beautiful open space. A space not quite here, yet not quite there. The most beautiful space to you in the world. Maybe it's a beach, or a forest, or a mountain, or a meadow. See yourself there now, feel yourself there now, allow yourself there now. Notice, what's the weather like here? Is it warm, cool? Are you alone, or are there others nearby? It's a very beautiful place, isn't it? No worries here in this place, no fears, just here, just now, just you and this beautiful space. Sit back and relax into the grass or the sands and hear the nature around you. Hear the glory of this beautiful space. Let yourself relax and let go. And as you breathe and feel the warmth upon your skin, and maybe even the warmth of a vibration moving through you, you feel deeper and deeper relaxed, even more serene. And as you look around you now, taking in the colors and the sounds, the smells and the textures, and the glory of it all, ahead of you in the distance, you notice a door appear just right there in the distance. And you wonder in awe, what is this door here? And you feel it beckoning you to move closer. And so you do. Feeling relaxed, feeling peaceful and serene, you step closer to that door, noticing that it appears through the cracks is a golden light shining out of the door. And you know that this is a special door. This is here just for you, put here by your team, your guides, maybe even by the land itself as old as time, just for you, right here, right now. It holds your soul signature. And there are beautiful hieroglyphics, etchings on the front of the door as you look at it now. And the power from it is inviting you to open, and you know that beyond this door, you will be in a healing etheric space. You feel it within your bones and your body, and you will meet a guide or a being that is there to assist you. And so now, I invite you to open the door and step through the door. 3, 2, 1. Your feet are on the other side of the door now. And in this space there is light. And in this space it is beautiful. And ahead of you, you see 10 steps down a stairway. I want you now to move towards those stairways and step down deeply into the healing space, into the hearth of this space. 10 now, going down. 9, 8, deeper still. 7, relax, deeply relax. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At the bottom of the steps, and you find yourself in the most beautiful healing space. Maybe it looks like a temple, maybe it's outside in nature, maybe it's another planet or realm. Let it come to you now. Breathe it in, feel it, sense it. Heo chiata, gyanadara atuitina sa asata. And from the mist comes into view a guide of yours now. Beautiful, bright, so full of light. Heti ataka tanya chia chiaka uata ande. Hindia maaso aiti. Hindia ata di. And this guide is here for you now to help you with a body scan. This guide is a master healer and holds the records that you need. Hiti ata ata nieti. The guide brings you onto a healing bed, a healing space, and asks you to lie down. You're invited to breathe in, and a beautiful crystal scanner is being maneuvered over you by this guide, and this crystal scanner, like an MRI, will move from the top of your head down to the bottom of your feet, and it will scan your body in all time and all space, all fields, all directions. And anywhere that needs your attention, it will stop. You will feel it. It will draw out anything not serving you. And guide the healer to bring any healing to any space. So I invite you now, as you breathe, feel this scan move from the top of your head and let it work there now, around the soul star chakra, the universal gateway. Working through soul memories of trauma or of contracts no longer serving you. Contracts of the Orion or Lyran and Draco wars, contracts on other planets or universes where any trauma was suffered or loss, or contract with another being or entity where there was enslavement or destruction. Anything at all not serving you, and wherever that is not serving you now, breathe in. Eata na suete atiato, ota triata toreti, na trau suriti, he triata tapau. You sutru purutu, a balancing will occur now in that system. And I've been shown a few lifetimes, for some of you watching, the Orion, Lyran, the Atanama, the man-type being planets, of this star system, any beings that have been enslaved by other beings, destruction of planets, memories of that, loss of families, siphoning of soul, veil put around to not know or remember. With your permission, we invite that clearing now, please. There's a great big lion with wings coming in. He wagoloro, ronduru koro koloro, rambla keria keria, nula barakunduro. So que así, 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 así. I am a quiet diataka. Influences from any insectoid races. Indiana, Android, Indiana, clearing that. Kishidam da adi, anu, anywhere Anunnaki etima asaka da clear revoke rescind delete hitinima asaka eti hinimasa anywhere forgiveness is needed, a letting go. Yes, let it be so now. Our forgiveness of self, our forgiveness of those who partook in those events, sequences, energy. Breathe deeply in. Your guide now will show you what you need to know. Your soul star and universal gateways. Bring through your soul purpose in this lifetime and bring through the gifts that you are here to embody and use. Let that be made known to you now as you breathe in and receive a gift or gifts or a message from your guide. Good, 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 good. Well done. Moving down from that chakra systems now to the causal gateway, the causal chakra, and the crown. Any memories held within the causal, any false memories implanted to confuse you, we release, revoke, rescind that. So that you believed on truths about yourself. What's coming up here is beliefs of I'm not good enough, I'm a bad person, I'm unworthy, I'm unlovable. And I am very strongly getting implanted false thought programs. You might know who I'm speaking to now, those of you watching. This has been affecting your channeling and connection ability, and also almost diverting you into something that doesn't feel good. Maybe feels frightening. This will now be deleted. We are closing those vortexes, no longer serving, please. It's a hologram. Dune masakiyati. Hekeasi he sunni simhasamau simhamsa nimnu simdharmashaye wai. Fear of the false light, fear of the false hologram. Nuhinyan din 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 din. One din 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 din. One din 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 din. One din 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 din. Somebody is resisting releasing themselves from that hologram right now, and that is because some of their, I want to say family or soul group, they feel is actually in there, and they don't want to leave them alone. They don't want to say no. How interesting. By you being in your power, by you revoking that, you will open the door for them to see, for them to also come through and actually help them move into the path that needs to. This is a fear of, if I go, I'm leaving them behind. If I move forward, if that makes sense. And I'm all alone in that path. And that breaks my heart. Again, I'm being invited to share that that as well is an illusion. Even though you feel it, breathe it now. And I'm so sorry where you feel that. It's been an experience. And you probably actually felt it playing out here too, on earth. As above, so below. Only you can make the choice. What do you choose? Breathe and soften. Bring love in. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved and you're not alone. We're here. I'm here. I see you. Come home to love. Would you be willing to let them go? Those that you fear are lost and you're afraid to leave them alone. They're not your responsibility in that way. We invite now anywhere that's in the blood to be revoked, rescinded, deleted across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. Anywhere that's in the contract system for the highest good. I cannot do this, only you can. I will say it out loud. You can say yes or no. Revoking within the contract system now. Deleted across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. In the halls of Mente, in the cash records, it is now deleted. Transmuted. Allowing a new timeline, a new pathway to open. Do'adiana. Breathe and soften. What is your path, your journey? Be on it now. Good. We will now move to the third eye. Kisha J, Kia, Shia Ji, the pineal gland. Masayu, Masaidinia. Breathe in and allow a beautiful violet light to make its way through into the pineal gland. As you breathe, that light expands into that space, that area. And if there's anything there, you'll notice it now. It may feel like a constriction, a contraction, a band around the head, or a pain, or a pulling. This is the frequency of the third eye. India Masawayeti Adayeti Madhyanamasweti. The sounds will decalcify and the vibrations will move through you now. Zzz, See, feel, sense anything there not serving you. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What color does it have? Did you put it there or something else? If it was you, I put it there because. I put it there because I didn't want to see. It was frightening me. I put it there because it wasn't safe to know. I put it there because I would not be accepted if I was my true me. I put it there because it was not safe to express all that I am. These are some of what's coming through. So feel into that. What is it for you? And anywhere there's any fears now, we acknowledge the fears. We see you, we feel you. Is it time for me to release? Yes or no? Is it time for me to forgive? Yes or no? Anywhere there was persecution in other timelines, ancestral or karmic, that is now revoked, rescinded, deleted, we acknowledge that happened and it was not safe in that timeline. Is that still true? Anywhere I believe it is true, I'm sorry, forgive me. What needs to happen for me to open and to allow and to release? What do I need, me? I need where there's an imbalance of the masculine and feminine within this system, we now invite that back to center where it's skewed in one way or the other. Bring it back home now into balancing. We invite the dragons to help with this. And there's an infinity symbol and moving around that space now to balance and harmonize it from being either too open or too closed. Thank you. The persecution wounds are coming in again. So where that was, persecution wounds, I'm sorry, please forgive me for what happened. Please forgive me if your gift was misused and abused. On behalf of all, please forgive me if you were enslaved because of your gift. And forced to use it in ways that was not true. I'm so sorry. Come home now. That aspect of your soul needs to come home. Bring it home. Breathe it in. Come home now to the love and truth of all that you be. Come home. I see you. Yes, you. Step out of the fires. Step out of the waters where you were drowned, the fires where you were burned, the cliffs where you were thrown off. Step out of the graves that you're buried alive in. You have that power now. Come home. Anywhere you were shunned and stoned, come back home now. Etiata, watiata, niatiaka, wati. Nirmasa, it's time to remember, it's time to be, it's time to use this gift. Mahaseti, it gives you discernment. Hatiata, awa, ni, it's a piece of the puzzle. Hiasi, andia, huesenje, hea, kaosu. Please, please come home. You're safe and I love you. I see you. Come home. Sister, brother, come home. Breathe. Welcome home. Good, thank you. Welcome home. Let the waters of love wash above you now. As the scanner moves down, you are being blessed and bathed, holy oils, holy water, and it feels wonderful now. Breathe it in. Beautiful smells, beautiful sensations. Your healing team is lavishing upon you. Well done, down to the throat. No, see, earworms being released. See, the earworms are thoughts. Hetiadana, worries, ruminations not serving you. That's happening too. That's being pulled out. Right and left hemispheres being balanced. See, rewired. Excellent. Well done. Into the throat, softening now, breathing, looking around the throat space. Soften the jaw, breathe in. What's happening here? What do you feel? Is it light, open, and airy? Or is there something else there that needs to be seen? What is the feeling there? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? Shucha nye, shucha ya, chinjia chawa jia chi, chichia chanai, chichia manana, shachia ma echi machi, chia chia kachana, chi chichiwacha, chi chichimana, chi chichiwaake, chi chini chika achke ichke ni chi, chichiwacha ba ochke ni ichi, chichiwache. Ochini achi chichiku ochini achi chichura achana apen ichini achi chichikuwana chichi Chinima chanama chinima 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 etimma akatimachi. So we're dehooking all the little blocks. Ooh, all the words unsaid, all the words swallowed down. All the tongue ties and tongue ropes. Itinda ate. Tikti tikat at put in tikita to tikat tikiti tinya sakataji. All the words of manipulation given in, swallowed, or wanting to come out, to lash out. Takati niati titi koto di halasa. Anywhere that's been true, I'm so sorry, please forgive me. Kyanna namasuati atti hatako shoti. We call in Archangel Gabriel to help with this. The angel of communication. And the color blue. Beautiful blue. Blue like the oceans. Blue like marble blue. Durihatara, duriatare, duria totore, totorita. Totore, totorita. Tuture, tuturi, tutorita. Ondana ariata, masueti. He no hataeti. May we connect the divine throat chakra. He nihata, the fifth dimensional throat chakra. Bring it home. Kiana masueti. Nende atatako. Heti masa eki heti. Behind the neck. He asataka. Where there is any implant, any energies of shock, of fear, release, revoke, rescind, delete. Primal, survival. Hey, asiyatya, let it be wiped away. Oh, breathe in blue light and breathe that out. Onya nye nya onya na, he nye nya wa e nya, onya e nya wa e ma wa e. And so it is. A symbol is drawn across the throat, back and front. Where there's been the imprints of hands, it is released. You are free now. Where it's been lassoed, you are free. Where it's been collared, you are free. Where it's been something to control you, to any other beings or entities not serving, that is released, revoked, rescinded, deleted, and not permitted in this timeline. You do not have permission for that here. I see you. Be gone. Gali gali kalima. Gali gali kalima nagase 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 ku. Baate. Kana. Lifetimes where your words got you into trouble and killed. Where your truth resulted in persecution and death. I'm so sorry, please forgive me. Would you be willing to forgive those? Would you be willing to forgive yourself for holding on to that? Consciously or unconsciously? Is it time now to release or later? What do you need? Love, bring it through. Breathe it in. Love, breathe it in. You are loved, you are loved, you are loved. And you are whole. You are home and whole. And you call back those parts of you where that happened through time and space, right here, right now. Sikana, sikanese, sikana, sikiasiti. Breathe them in like slivers of energy coming home. Something on the back. Whispering on the back. If that is good. No longer permitted here now, my love. Back to your own dimension. That's an influence. It's like whenever you said something energetically, even when it was true, it was twisted by someone else because they'd hear it twisted. And anybody that's ever had that thing with expression, you're just trying to speak your truth, and suddenly everybody's taking it up the wrong way. That's been released. That's something there that's been there, and that's been released. Anyway, that's brought victimhood, like people just don't understand me. Release, revoke, rescind, delete. And I'm sorry where that's true. Please forgive. Any contract that was had there. That was made in another lifetime. The contract was for power. It was a symbiosis, but it's no longer fruitful. And anywhere that being has been trapped here as well against their will, I'm so sorry. It's like not their fault either. And it's been hard for them, so we're sorry that happened to you. Here's a portal. Go through it back home. Yes, thank you. They're saying they're sorry as well to you. Would you be willing to release them? Yes, thank you. Well done. Well done. It's almost, it looked pixie-like. It's not pixie though. That's what it looked like. It was like that size. You might know who you are. Breathe in. Well done. Release your shoulders and your neck. And we move now down. We're going to get some fire dragons in. They're going to burn away the baggage on the back. The baggage of persecution, the baggage of, sacrifice, martyrdom, and responsibility that's not yours. Baggage on the shoulders and the back. You might even have physical issues there, affecting the neck and the back and the shoulders and the arms. Let that be released. Morokole Iri Maha Let it be breathed upon by the flames of the dragon fires. Would you be willing to let it go? It is not your identity. It is just stories. Release. Would you rather be free or hold on to the stories? Where you're carrying literal people in an energy of codependency. Because if you let them go, you're afraid they'll die, they won't survive, or they'll just be overcome with too much pain and problems. It's not your job to do that. It's disempowering when you do that. There's very few cases where you do that. Is it serving either of you now in the highest good to do that? Yes or no? If it's the only way you know how, what if there's another way? Kundana eti, let your guide show you. As you breathe in, I'm seeing yellows and golds and red fires, white fires, blue fires, breathing it all away, up and down the back, up and around, in and out. Into the higher heart. The scan around the higher heart now. Anywhere there's doubt around purpose, life purpose, and soul purpose. He chiatanasa, divine will. He chinyasa tuye. Nacha. We align the timeline with the opening up of the soul purpose line, please. Kutuna chia 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 na choro cheakao. Thank you. We invite in the Christ of light energies to heal and clear the space, to allow in the true connection, sacred heart, sacred womb, sacred mind, Gyana Nanaworu I Nahata, the sacred soul. All soul, come in, come in, come in. What is my purpose, soul? Let me feel it now. Breathe, release, and soften. Every breath you receive more of you. Breathe yourself in like a long drink on a hot day. My purpose is to be, and I be here now. Down into the heart chakra, golden light, green light. Raphael, Angel Raphael, we invite and invoke you through. Please weave the connection between the sacred heart and the heart chakra so that easy access occurs now, please. Please clear any and all energies not serving. Haru, haru, haru. Let us recognize our true selves. Let us heal any pain in the heart space, any betrayal energy, abandonment energy, sorrow and grief, rage and anger, at the desecration and desanctification of all that is love and true. Ooh, I feel like a cold energy in my back with that. Breathe and receive. Shinya shiwa shia shia katana. He no sotokadaya tatakatana. He no sotokana tatiga katana. They're showing me the heart expanding and that this can even feel physically uncomfortable. Danai chi chi chiwa. They're showing me palpitations of hearts. Almost like a heart flip. And as heart opens, as the hearts open, we feel more, we're more sensitive, and this can almost like a flower, we open and bloom in love, and it's like something happens, some energy comes through, and we kind of go back shut again. And it's this process, and this is exhausting as a process as well. So if we invite that openness and bring in the protection and clear all energies not serving, going behind the hearts now. And anywhere there's imprints or traumas behind the hearts that are ancestral, family, parental, or partners, husbands or wives. I'm getting loss of children. Anywhere there's been miscarriages or deaths. And it's like a clasp or a grasp there, either of not letting go or it's holding on to you. Yes, thank you. We release, revoke, rescind, delete. Anywhere that energy is connected in a way that's not serving, I see you and I'm sorry, but it's no longer possible for you to be here. It's not that person's job to hold you there. They can love you without you holding on to their energy, okay? Release. Let go. And anywhere you're holding on, and this feels like there's a passing over, it feels like somebody's passed and there's not a full letting go, or a relationship ended and there's a holding on, an attachment. And in some it's shut down because it would feel too much to feel what had happened. And anywhere that's true, I'm sorry. And I'm going to invite in more love and a clearing and healing to happen for the highest good, only when you wish to receive it, if it's now or later. No one can force anything on you here. I'm hearing angels sing. The songs of angels. It's just like beautiful tones and sounds coming in now. Choir. You'll hear them in your sleep, and they'll help with that healing tonight and tomorrow. And they understand. And they hear. And they know all that you've been through. And they're inviting all of you home to love. That's all. Love. And we're the great empath within us, highly sensitive to others and their pain. They're opening the filter system so we acknowledge it and we filter it through quicker. It's not getting blocked and held in, which is overwhelming and causes great pain. So I'm inviting that for me as well, please. Thank you. India. I keep hearing choirs, songs, so beautiful. What's in If only I was a singer and could imitate. Unfortunately not, but receive the song coming through as vibration, as healing. Big breath in and out, moving now down to the solar plexus. And we'll have the solar dragons coming through now, golden solar dragons, galactic golden solar dragons coming through to work on the solar plexus. Rokonale yasi. Saanda adi. This is where the power has been shut down, clasped, manipulated, misused and abused, given away, taken away. That's going to continue as we move into the womb. We invite the hands of the Mother, Great Mother, to rest on the womb, the Hara space, and provide healing and clearing. All stories to be released, all pain, all suffering. Anywhere that there's attachments there, siphoning creation energy, that is now released, revoked, rescinded, deleted across all time. Again, the great dragons coming through to assist in that and provide that clearing. Where this is affected expression of your creation. We are all creative beings. It all will look different for us. Wherever that was manipulated or skewed, this is now coming into truth, to full expression. Somebody from the back of the womb has something there. What's that? Oh God. Can we release that, please? Complete drain. It's almost like somebody's, you know, when you go to take petrol out of a car and they siphon it, it feels like a siphoning tank, like they're tanking you. At the back, it's at the back. This would have led to physical ailments, bladder, kidneys. I'm even getting liver stuff there. And bowel. Clear, please. To all time, space, dimension, and realities. Where is that going? It's like it's going into a black hole. Close that up, please. And this from again another time that you were in. Why do we do that? Okay, we overlay that, thank you, so nothing else can go into it. Can we do that now, please? Weave in and weave out, thank you. And healing the back and all where there's been any attachments now, we're going to clear and cleanse. Take away the residue. Where those of you that have fire and tar there, where it's muddy and murky and others, completely filled up and very little space. And some of you as well will clear, cleanse, relief. Find the little you there. What does she need, that you? She's hidden in there. Bring her out into the light. Shine the light in there. Hello, womb. What do you need? And I'm sorry if you've been feeling in any way, whatever it is you're feeling. What do you need? Invoking the Great Mother Kali. Rapa Sainyasi. Rohendriatra Mbatu Shikata. Sutara Samasi Yesi Wasu. Yasa Rajilama Aka. Rajima Akala Ete. All chains revoked, rescinded, deleted. All manipulation energies released, revoked, rescinded. Shiva She, Shiva Shava Shava Shiva Ye, Shiva Ramo, Shiva Maro, Shiva Maro, Shiva Maro. Breathe and like sigh. Let your voice do the work. Soften the sitting space, open the perineum and the back passage. And into the root we go. We will have Kali working on the womb, the dragons working on the womb, Gyana, the angelic forces working on the womb, all of your healing team. Gyana as the MRI scanner, the crystalline scanner moves through and activates crystals within you too. Chichi Wachi to assist in the clearing. Vishaya hinya ha wanya ya wanya wanya na wanya kanyana kanyelia oye hawanya ala amani hinya kinyara bla 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 bla. So an ancient earth wisdom medicine woman coming up there. And as it moves from the womb up through, it's going to clear and open through the throat. Take a breath in if it's uncomfortable. You only receive what you need and what you get now. Into the root. And they're showing me clench everything and open. Clench and open. Clench and open. Clench and open. And breathe in as you're doing it and breathe out as you open. Clench, out, open. Clench, open. Clench, open. Clench, open. 3 more times. Like Kegel exercises for the men and the women. And soften completely. We have the black dragons come through. They're amazing at releasing any negative energies. Kukia kanaka away. Hiya. Kukina kia kanaka ku. Kia ah. Oh kana. Ah kaniaka. Black dragons, they're coming through quite expressive. We're going to work through the urethra and the vagina, the penis, and trauma is stored within there. Down to the perineum. And trauma, it's trauma in childbirth there, where there's a tear, and that's going to be healed too. It's been held in into the back passage. Soften the back passage. Parasitic entities or beings there. Release or revoke or scintillate. I see you. Come on. IBS. Dana iti makayiti. Skin conditions, and autoimmune issues, allergies, injanama, brain fog, all that's there. It's filtering up the rest of the body, so that needs to be released. Please, can we clear that and heal that? Yes. It's like a big flush of water that wants to come through. Flush it out with water, like a waterfall, like a dam bursting. Kia totani. Breathe and soften the back passage. Emotions resided in the colon and the back passage and the intestines. Almost like old men. That's why it's like old emotions. Some of this was brought through from birth, bitterness, loneliness, cynicism, lack, not enough, clenching, not enough, survival, not enough support, not enough love, not enough money, not enough love, not enough, I'm not talented enough, I'm not worthy enough, all that there. Release it. Rose golden light coming through to help with that. Thank you. Beautiful. The goddess energy coming through. Good, thank you. Hips back, down the thighs, into the knees, moving forward. Somebody has an endeavor, an idea, and there's a block in the left knee. Moving forward with your ideas and your creations, that needs to be released. That's fear. Release that now as well. And it feels like somebody's holding you back. Yeah, they're afraid for you too. It's like the what if. Release, focus, and delete what if. Come into the full trust and truth of your being and stand firm. Move forward firmly. You will know. Dakna deke taka woto. Done, thank you. Kianda kaeti. Somebody, as you breathe in now, you've opened up so much that your spirit animals are coming through, and a vegan shaman essence of you is coming through as well. They want to make themselves known. They're big and powerful. This is such an empowered being. It's just masterful in its presence. It has a beautiful coat on, and it's got like writings all over its body. Adiakatanama, like symbols. It's got long hair. It's just magnificent. And it feels like, I don't know if it's like our type of a wolf or energy, like a spirit animal that way, that's coming through. Like a she-wolf. And he's saying like, this being, I'm not saying it's a he, she, but it's saying like, time to reclaim your power now. And I'm here now. You see me now. You feel me now. Now is the time. No more hesitancy. No more waiting. Now is the time. Kua ye. Kua nyaye. Hua kinye. I'm waiting for you to see me and feel me. Hua ye kia. Wuka. Wuka. I've been trying to make myself known to you through music. I've been trying to make myself known to you. It feels like they've been given little hints around the way. Maybe you've missed a few of them, but they're like, we're here. You can't miss us now. They're showing me that in dream time, that you're moving through the realms with them, and maybe you're not remembering it, but you're exhausted when you wake up, and they're like, it's real school time now. It's real. Don't be afraid of this. This is exciting. This is amazing. This is empowering. It's time. I'm asking in my head, like, what is it, the purpose? And it's like, to make change, of course, is the purpose. To change it by being, by remembering and believing and trusting and taking action from that point, not blind action, informed action, aligned action. It's a super powerful blend of feminine and masculine. I'm just going to thank it. Like I wouldn't mess with it. Bokia, who are you? Right? This is your energy. I want to thank you for allowing me to connect with it. Thank you. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you. Into the feet. Who's walking on hot coals? Who's got pins and needles? Cold feet. It's in the thyroid as well. It's linked. On cold feet, I'm afraid of something. Cold feet, afraid to jump in, afraid to move forward, afraid of what? I'm afraid to upset others and make decisions that will cause unrest. I'm afraid of my own power. I'm afraid of the unknown. This is what's coming through here on that. Very linked to the throat and the thyroid and the feet. Can we clear that? I'm getting somebody with nerve stuff as well going on. That's the gnomes are coming in there. Thank you. Gnome language, hello. Thank you. And the feet are clearing there. We're going to anchor the feet and the soul star chakra, the earth star chakra now, into the earth. Earth star chakra holds memories of all the lifetimes that you've had on this earth. Anything that's causing disturbance is going to be cleared as well as we flush through into the earth. Grid systems beneath us. So imagine now all of your energy moving down, opening the sitting place down into the feet and out to the earth, into the earth grid. And your purpose is going along that, your love is going along that, you're transmuting and sending love there. Dragons are going to help with that as well. There's people that you need to meet. If there's a soul purpose place you need to be, it's going to get pinged now. Is there any manipulation happening? Yes, around abundance. Thank you. What's manipulating this around abundance? Linked into our banking system, where they've manipulated dragon energy, earth energy, even like I'm getting gnome energy, anywhere there's massive abundance, the gold, the jewels of earth. That's been not claimed by all of us as our birthright, owned by a few and not the many. Release, revoke, rescind, delete the inversion template there, please, and let us connect into the true aligned 5D version. Are we ready for that yet? At least a 3D that's linked into that, please. Kiana, Masuki, of course, thank you. Again, a dragon. And that's clearing lack and scarcity, and it's not mine, I can't take it. Whoa, shi chi, hete. When it's aligned, when it's with respect, when it's with sovereignty and caretaker energy, we all are tapped into it and receive with ease and grace. It's not misused. Oh, breathe that in. Whew. Cornucopia of abundance. Mahanziatiyahata. Every step we take is a step towards that alignment. They're showing me debt energies, change around the feet. And that's a form of enslavement. And they're saying that we've agreed and moved into a contract of that. And they're saying those of you with debt energy, it's an illusion. You don't have to say yes to it. Energetically, once you shift the energy, this is what they're trying to explain. Okay, in the real world, quote unquote, we say real world, right? We see we have a penny and we owe 10, right? They're saying like, fine, but energetically, the energy is on the lack of 9 or something, you know? So they're kind of showing me the feet and the chains where this is like, weighing you down, drowning in it. It's not serving energetically you, it's a total drain, and the drain is linking back and your energy is going into the system. You're funneling the system. Stop it now. That's what they're saying. It can be there, but you don't energetically have to tap into it. You don't have to agree to it. The mindset shifts. I'm abundant, I'm rich. Just like the dragon said, you tap into that and turn off that one. Turn on the dragon tap there into the earth, into the Mother Earth and all her abundance. And turn off that tap. Let's turn it off now. And you're going to, if you have that, you're going to release, revoke yourself from all contracts of debt and to all contracts and institutions that hold debt over you. Hetiaka nasu kukiaka na iti kiki kiki shichi. And again, like negative energy. Kichiki, it's feeding off us. Kichi kiki kiki kandana aka. And we don't see it because it's like, well, I've got this because of that. Kuchante again, another illusion is kind of what they're saying. Kichi kiki ka akunde da daga tu kutuku hende maata hutane iti. They're showing me that energetically there's an imbalance because you're paying more than what it is you received. So it's robbery, energetic robbery in a sense. And we've contracted that as well. And we don't realize it because everybody's paying that same amount, right? So it's a collective agreement, but we don't have to be personally part of it. Play the game, but don't energetically feed it. They're very clear on that. Undo the chains, undo the ties. Turn off the taps to those institutions. By the way, I'm not saying don't pay your debt. What I'm saying is energetically, you're not feeding it. I'm kind of joking when I'm saying that. But I'm really seeing like you're shutting that tap down. Kichi bukotakache wakapatikiti handokiyate ki kana kawa ukuye. Something related to the third eye and how we see things. Clear, cleanse, release now. Interesting. So we're having some energies coming in to protect, and they're forming a wall. Like they're becoming stone beings in a wall, so the energy cannot leave and cannot penetrate. Is that okay? Okay, thank you. Full alignment. Thank you. Right. Breathe in. That scan has reached the feet. I'm now going to invite you to imagine a netting as the scan moves off, and this netting is like silver lattice. Your guides, the angels, are going to pull it through your field and collect all residue not serving you. It'll take out any residue, cords, attachments, implants, anywhere where that is, any projections now. Imagine that above your head. It's going to move down through the whole body of you, all systems of you, and out of the feet. It's going to gather that, and it's going to transmute it to light and into the earth, please. The angels are taking that away. Thank you. And it's almost like your whole system's glistening now. That was like a cleaner. You've been cleaned. It's like silver polish. We invite in some gold and love light now as well, like you're going to encase yourself in an egg of gold, complete gold. This is the protection. This is firming up the field, the energetic field, the emotional field, the mental field. And it's healing anywhere there's been weaknesses in the field. And sometimes we get weaknesses from illness. Sometimes we get weaknesses from drugs that we have to take maybe, or anything else like that, or traumas or shock. It's going to just clear that up now and firm, make it firm again. Thank you. I feel like there's a golden dragon rising up behind us all now, and it's blowing a fire, like a fire on this gold, and it's setting it impenetrable. So it's like he's like this this heat that doesn't feel like heat. Sealing. Thank you. No problem, he says. And they're acknowledging that with this golden dragon fired breath. Wow, okay. Ball of light, like sphere of light, egg of light that we're in. And it's going to make it easier to travel and be anchored to earth at the same time. And not attract anything in our travels, interdimensional travels, that want or see us as bright lights and shiny things and want to stick to us. It's not going to be able to latch, if that makes sense. So this makes our interdimensional travel safer in the astral realms and also in meditation realms or when you're channeling. And also on earth where there's vortexes or veils are thin, which is what's happening right now, which is also partly why we're feeling a lot of this energy, right? Attack energy. The veils are quite thin. Like he's showing me, like, let's say you're walking into a graveyard, nothing's going to be able to, you're not going to bring home a hitchhiker, essentially. Nothing's going, it's going to slide right off, nothing's going to penetrate. So thank you, dragon, for your dragon breath and sealing. How amazing. So we've come to the end of this transmission. And as you breathe now, you're going to thank your guides that were present. Thanking the guides that were present, all beings of light. Thanking yourself, giving yourself a loving hug. And a nice sigh into the body. Feel the face, feel the body. Put the hands on the body. And 3 and 2 and 1. Feeling yourself, your energy fully in your body now. Refreshed, revitalized. Give yourself a little tap, a little hug. Come home. Well done. And we're back. That was a bit longer than I thought it was going to be. That was a full journey. Okay, my darlings. There is a meditation posted on the Star Tribes page, and that goes into a little more detail. There's other energies that are involved in that as well. If you still need extra assistance after this transmission, listen to that. It's on my page and on the Star Tribes page. And there are questions there for you to feel into, because we'll all have unique stories and experiences. Remember, the 14th is when we're starting the light language workshop. If you want to learn how to speak it, if you want to learn how to sing it, if you want to learn how to write it, to create in it, if you want to use it as a tool for what we're just doing here, right? Amazing tool for clearing, an amazing tool for activating. Join me on that workshop with Paula Walsh. And there is 4 spaces left for those of you waiting. We're starting on the 14th, and we will have so many guest hosts. We have Laurel Davis for creative expression, Naomi Stella, Rose for the Kundalini and womb activation, sexual healing. We have Zahara Celestial for the song aspect, soul portrait. So we have so much juicy, incredible activations coming. This is a co-creation. It is going to be phenomenal. You will not want to miss this. You can always catch the replays and join the additional weekend courses. So we have it on a Wednesday evening, and then at the weekend, it's a catch up if you miss anything. So you're covering all bases in this. It'll be the last time I do something like this. It'll be the last time it's a women's only sacred space. So join now if this feels like something that's pinging your heart. Expand. It's going to be a massive expansion, a rapid growth. We're opening up the portals and we're moving through them. So have fun and come and join us. All right, I'll put the link to that as well later on. And thank you so much for today. Please tag anybody in this that needs it, right? Share it on your page. If you think somebody would like to see this or follow it again, share it on your page. There's quite a lot that happened in this afternoon. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I love you. Erin is looking for the information. Erin, I'm just going to post it right now in the comments. I will post that link right now. There is as well a payment plan for anybody that would like that. Here we go. That is going in there now. Thank you. Here we go. There, it's in the comments. All right, my darlings. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And see you all soon. Bye.